Bobby G wrote, row 88, Vimeo link inaccessible. Then row 102, score inaccessible. Later that day, Yu Kuwabara wrote, row 308, score download is expired. The next day, row 120, score and audio both inaccessible, and row 122, score not provided. Meanwhile, I'm too busy onboarding jurors to fix these, but more come in. Leela says, row 403, audio not working. Bobby G, could we ask for a PDF score? Fart notation expert, row 59, score link deleted. No score on row 322. 341, recording access denied. Access denied. Access denied. Access denied. Access denied. For each one, I must email a composer to remind them how to grant us access. Sometimes downloading the files that were mistakenly shared just to me and re-uploading them to our drive. Then row 191, access denied. Row 20, access denied. To run a call for works, you need an intake form that actually hosts the files, an opportunities board to publish the call, an adjudication system with a unified media player, and an admin dashboard to manage everything. When we started Follow My Score 10 years ago, for intake we used Google Forms, but it couldn't accept uploads from anyone without a Google account. That meant pushing hosting back onto composers. Drive, Dropbox, Box, SoundCloud, Vimeo, and even personal sites. It's a bad ask for private materials and a nightmare of permissions. Anyone with the link was a concept we had to explain over and over. Links expired, folders got renamed, tokens timed out, link rot everywhere. For adjudication, we built everything in Google Sheets. Jurors got assigned different starting points, and each had walls of links, each opening in different media players. Some clean, some sketchy, some forcing downloads, some demanding logins. Scores in one tab, audio in another, nothing in sync. Even when it worked, it was clumsy. For the dashboard, we wrote hundreds of complex bidirectional formulas to keep data synced between our source of truth and each juror sheet. This was okay because we happened to be really good at Google Sheets, but it was a ton of prep, and one bad copy-paste could break everything. We went with Google Suite though because it was free, and we weren't the only ones. So many other orgs go with this shoestring solution. Here's the thing though, we already happen to be building a platform where composers can host their music, so we figured why not build an adjudication system around it? And we did, and now we're making it available to anyone for free. First of all, any Scorefolio user can administrate a call. Log into Scorefolio, go to your dashboard, then Hosted Calls, and click Create Call. The first thing you'll see is a host guidelines and terms of service page. Give it a read, it covers the platform rules for running a fair call, and then hit Accept and Continue. Fill out the form. The rating system is a range of values each adjudicator will give for each work. Think of it like this. If you set it to 10, then each juror will rate the work on a scale of 1 to 10, whereas 10 is the best. Set a min and max value for the number of allowed works to be submitted per composer. Many calls for composition will require a score and audio, but either can be deselected if, for example, it's a call for electronic music or a call for scores that have not yet been recorded. One of the big advantages of hosting on Scorefolio is that we actually host the media all in a unified media player. But if you expect additional media beyond score and audio, you can allow submissions of external URLs. When you're ready, click Create Call and Configure Form. You'll land on the Composer Form tab first. This is where you build the form that captures the composer's biographical details. Start with Use Template. It gives you a standard set of fields that works for most calls, and you can adjust from there. If you need something more specific, you can add, remove, or reorder fields individually. The right panel shows a live preview of exactly what the composers will see. The Work Form tab is the same builder, but for the work submission itself. Title, instrumentation, year, program notes, whatever your call requires. Same deal, start with the template, tweak as needed. When both forms are set, your call is ready to accept submissions. For the composer's point of view, if a Scorefolio user stumbles upon your call for works in the opportunities board, it's only a few clicks to submit. First of all, they'll see that most, if not all, of their information is already filled out. They can just click next or fill in any missing fields. Then when it comes to submit works, all they have to do is just choose a work from their catalog. On the last pane, they'll review and complete the submission. That's it, they're done. Now, if a composer stumbles onto your call from outside of Scorefolio, they'll simply make an account, fill out the form, and drag drop their audio and PDF media as needed. Especially savvy composers will even create score videos of their compositions so that the adjudicator doesn't even need to flip through the pages. They can just sit back and enjoy. Back to the admin point of view. At a certain point, you're going to need to assemble an adjudication team. To set up that team, go to the Jury tab, enter each juror's email, add an optional personal message, and hit Send Invite. You can use our calculator to help you divvy them up evenly so you can inform them where to start and end. Now for the adjudicator's point of view. All the adjudicator needs to do is work through their table of submissions by clicking on the media, which will display the score and audio all in the same media player. Then they'll score the work by setting their suggested rating in the table. There's also a comment section where the juror can add internal notes for themselves or for the administrators of the call to view. Finally, as an admin, you'll be able to view the submissions rolling into a large exportable table. You'll also have insight into the progress of each juror so that you can be sure that the adjudication process is running smoothly, or if you need to nudge anyone. When you export the table, you'll have everything you need to complete the call: the adjudicator's ratings, comments, a rating average, and composer email so that you can notify them. We built this because if we got one more access denied Discord comment, we were going to throw our laptops out the window. Now our laptops are safe, and yours will be too. So that's the free version. For major calls, we're working on an affordable call builder that allows for large jury pools and more advanced ways to assign those jurors to restricted segments of submissions, as well as better emailing tools and increased discoverability. That's coming soon.